once upon a time, in a quiet, forgotten corner of a sprawling kingdom, nestled at the very edge of a deep, whispering forest, lived a little girl. She shared a small old house with her mother, a house with walls that had seen many seasons and a roof that sang a gentle song whenever it rained. Their life was a simple one, painted with the hues of hardship. Each morning, as the sun stretched its golden fingers over the treetops, the girl would venture into the forest with her mother. Together, they would gather fallen branches for firewood and walk to the babbling stream to fetch cool, clear water. The work was tiring, and their hands were often rough, but the little girl's spirit was anything but. She carried a light within her, a cheerful disposition, and a heart brimming with kindness that shone brighter than any jewel. She found joy in the little things, the melody of a songbird, the intricate patterns of a spider's web, the way the sunlight danced on the water's surface. One warm afternoon, as the forest hummed with the lazy buzz of insects, the girl was wandering along a familiar path, her basket swinging lightly in her hand. Ahead of her, she saw a figure hunched over, struggling. It was an old woman, her back bent with age and effort, trying to lift a heavy bundle of sticks. Her face was etched with lines of weariness, and with every attempt to lift the bundle, a soft groan escaped her lips. Without a moment's hesitation, the girl's feet seemed to move on their own. She ran to the old woman's side, her voice clear and sweet. "Please, let me help you," she offered, her eyes filled with genuine concern. The old woman looked up, surprised, and saw the earnest expression on the young girl's face. A weary smile touched her lips. "Oh, thank you, child," she rasped. "My old bones aren't what they used to be." Side by side, the young girl and the old woman worked together. The girl, with her youthful energy, took the heavier part of the load, her small arms straining but her resolve firm. They walked slowly, step by step, through the dappled sunlight of the forest until they reached the old woman's tiny, moss-covered cottage. As they set the bundle down by the hearth, the old woman turned to the girl. Her eyes, which had seemed so tired before, now sparkled with a mysterious light. She placed a gentle, wrinkled hand on the girl's shoulder. "Thank you, my dear," she said, her voice now warm and full. "It is rare to find such a kind heart in one so young. For your selflessness, I will grant you one wish. Anything you desire." The girl was taken aback. A wish, she had never imagined such a thing. Her mind raced with possibilities. A new dress, a house full of delicious food. But then, her thoughts turned immediately to her mother, her tired hands, her worried brow, the endless cycle of work that filled their days. The girl looked down at her simple, worn shoes and spoke in a shy, hopeful whisper. I wish I could become a princess." She looked up, her cheeks flushing slightly as she explained. "Not for me, but so my mother would never have to work so hard again, so she could rest and be happy." The old woman's smile widened, filled with an ancient wisdom. She saw the purity of the girl's intention. It wasn't a wish for power or riches, but a wish born from love and compassion. A truly noble wish. the old woman said softly. Then she raised her hand, and from her fingertips flowed a soft, golden light. It swirled around the girl like a gentle embrace, warm and comforting. The girl blinked, and when she looked down, she gasped. Her faded, patched-up clothes had vanished. In their place was a gown that shimmered like captured starlight, its fabric soft as a cloud. And resting gently upon her head, she felt the delicate weight of a small, elegant crown that sparkled with the light of the morning dew. She was a vision of royalty, but the old woman leaned in close, her voice a gentle guide. "You have become a princess," she said, tapping a finger over the girl's heart. "But remember this, the crown and the dress are merely symbols. You are a princess not because of what you wear, but because of the kindness you carry right here. A true princess is known by her heart, not her appearance. Never forget that." The girl, her heart fluttering with a mix of awe and gratitude, thanked the old woman profusely before running home. Her mother was astonished, her eyes wide with disbelief, as her daughter, now dressed like royalty, explained the magical encounter in the forest. Life, it seemed, was about to change. News travels fast in a kingdom, especially unusual news. Stories of a mysterious, kind-hearted princess living in a small cottage at the edge of the forest soon began to spread. People spoke of her gentle nature and her willingness to help anyone in need, just as she always had. These whispers eventually reached the ears of the king himself, who was traveling through that part of his domain. He was a wise and just ruler, and he was intrigued by the tales of this girl whose goodness was spoken of more than her beauty or her crown. Curious, the king decided to see this girl for himself. He arrived at the small house not with a grand procession, but quietly. He observed her as she helped her neighbors, shared their small portion of food with a lost traveler, and spoke to everyone with respect and grace. He saw that the old woman's words were true. Her royalty was not in her crown, but in her actions. The king was deeply impressed. He saw in her the makings of a true leader, someone who ruled with compassion. He approached the girl and her mother and, with a warm smile, made them an offer. He invited them to leave their life of hardship behind and come live in the royal palace. He knew that the girl's influence and spirit would be a gift to the entire court and the kingdom. And so the girl and her mother went to live in the palace. But even surrounded by luxury and splendor, the girl never changed. She didn't forget the old woman's lesson. She spent her days walking among the people, listening to their troubles, and offering help where she could. She organized food for the hungry and comfort for the sick. She taught the other nobles and even the king's own children that power isn't about commanding others, but about serving them. From that day on, she lived happily, not just as a princess in a castle, but as a beacon of hope and kindness for the entire kingdom. And she always remembered and shared her most important lesson, that the truest path to becoming a princess is not through magic or birthright, but by having a kind and generous heart. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this story with me. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure together. Until next time, remember to carry a little kindness with you wherever you go.